Mimi the artist here. I was just asked today as I was painting my cellar floor, Mom, could you do a video on how to do a butter lamp? Sure. Let me finish painting and here we go. So this is kind of crazy. It's not Easter time just yet. It's beginning of March. Easter is the end of the month. So this one will just be a fun one to show you how to do it. I start out with 1 stick of butter. I keep another stick handy. You never know if you need extras. I cut a chunk off. It's maybe a quarter of the size of the stick. And then put a toothpick here for support. I have the little knives handy. And I put I guess I could have put the, here we go. There we go. I've been doing this since I was a little child. Everyone makes them differently, but this is my way. So, okay, it already looks like a, how can I show? I have no clue how you're looking. A little square guy. And I'm going to turn his head. I want the longer part over here, kind of softened, not too blocky. And then if you're using softened butter, it's been sitting on the counter for about an hour, hour and a half. 2 little knives. Try to not have the serrated edges, have it on the smooth side. And I start pushing down here and softening. So look, not too hard at all to do. You don't want the hard blocky edges. You're thinking of a little baby lamb. And we serve this at our Easter meal. Look, it already looks like a little face starting up. If you ever played with Play-Doh or as a kid, you can do this. Maybe just have your kids do this. I started this maybe when I was 10 years old. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how old I am now, but put it this way, I've been doing this for decades. Sounds great. Lucky me. And I say that very truthfully. Okay, he's already starting to look like an animal. Push it down here, back of his head. Notice there's extra butter here. Start tossing it around. Got an ear going on here. You don't want to waste any of your butter because you're counting our pennies here. Continue using the 2 knives and soften around the corners. You can see there's still a big block. It's all rectangular. And keep working on that. Oh, here we go. I'm going to round off the corners. Keep twisting around the paper as you work, rounding off the back. Now you have to make a tail, so I twist it around. Sooner or later I'm going to make the tail here. What am I doing? Still fooling around with the audio equipment. Soften the back, and you're going to have extra butter on your knife as you do that. And let that form the tail for you. A lot of this is so easy once you get going on it. See, there's stuff for legs. Okay, I'm softening. I'm getting rid of the edges here. You see this little guy, he's easy to toss around. I have it on wax paper. Normally I don't do it all cutesy like this with it. I try to make it look good for YouTube. I'm thinking he's laying there and he wants to be comfy. Just think of the little animal. Think of your dog or your cat, and they're laying down. They want to have their little paws or little feet out. So here, I already have one there. Now, I got to get some more butter out of this. You just kind of push it down. Oh, all of a sudden, you got another little leg going on. Think of real life. Don't get tense when you're doing this. You can't really make a mistake. And if it comes out all yucky, grab another stick of butter and do it again, and just have a lot of toast with butter on it for the week. Look at, he's already nearly done. He needs 2 legs though, the poor little guy. And if one leg is, well, look, it's way too square. See how square back there? You don't want any of the butter-looking butter. Can't even talk right. You can tell I've been too busy today. Okay, we have another little leg popping out right here. Continue using your two knives and soften up any of the harder edges. Take your time, smooth it. Notice here I'm using the flat edge of the knife. These don't really have much in the way of the serrated edges anyway, but soften the face. I'm watching what I'm doing here. Playing around with the audio on the software, so it comes out a little funny. Take your time, kind of relax. Here you go, twist it around. I'm smoothing out the edges of the face. It was a little bit. So, looks like a little lamb. He needs a little tail. Do you see how I'm doing this? Just one stick of butter, so it's pretty low cost. Turn them around. Oh, this is untouched still. It's kind of blah looking. You think he's not going to look like a square wooden block here. It's kind of soften it up. So I probably let my butter soften at room temperature for about 2 hours, maybe an hour and a half. And it's about, I'm thinking 65 degrees in the house right now. It's mild out. There's an early spring going on. I have a pellet stove going, so it's down to the basement, so the heat's coming up. If it's real cold, like typically, I keep the thermostat low upstairs. That's my first floor. It would have taken longer to soften up. Look at, isn't he cute already? He's just like a little baby. So let's get the little ears popping out a little bit more. I'm thinking of a baby lamb, and I think they have little ploppy, cute little ears. And a little bit of flattening here. You hear I'm talking about not having too many straight things, but their little faces. I'm probably doing mine a little too accurate of an animal. I don't know. Here, soften him up. Okay, so he's just about done. Look at that, didn't take long. Put the knives down. My grandsons love these knives. This is the Friday knife, by the way. My grandson, eldest grandson, will know what that means. We didn't need this one. So I have toothpicks. We had one toothpick to keep the head together. The other toothpick, do little curly cues, make it look like the hair on the cute little lammy. You can tell I taught elementary art in the public schools for so many years. I talk like a elementary art teacher. Lammy. Best job you could ever have, teaching little children. So here we flop around, curly, curly, curly. I'm left-handed. I'll tell you a fun story. I have a twin sister. We both brought lambs once for a dinner we're going to. Hers, the head's on this side. Mine's the head's on this side. So it must be, if you're left-handed, you're going to do it one way. Right-handed the other way. So it was interesting little test on how one does things. Get these out of the way. Put it on the wax paper. I don't want it too much cleanup. I like things clean, but I don't like to clean, so don't make the mess in the first place. Then again, I'm always doing projects, so it's quite a challenge. Little curly cues. See how easy this is. People wonder, do you make these? Can we pay you? And it's fun to do one, fun to do two. It's all about fun. I would love to be rich, but I'm never going to be, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, So if you notice you have a little mess on the wax paper, if you toss this little guy into the refrigerator for a little bit, then you can put it on a pretty plate. I saved this one. It looks particularly pretty on it. Now I use cloves for the eyes. You pour a bunch in your hand and pick out the ones that look pretty much the same size. So these two, now I usually put them not too far away. I don't know how far a little lamb's eyes are, but I want them cute for when the little kids in the family look at it. See? And then a little nose. Sometimes I'll use 2 caraway seeds and put them there instead, or 1 caraway seed. I ran out of caraway seeds. And there you go. Even though I did not put this in the refrigerator, I'll use the knife I didn't use. I'll show you. Yeah, I'm gonna probably lose the whole thing. Think positive, right? Here we go. I'm gonna tell you right now. Wait. Yeah. He's gonna levitate. He's gonna go over there. He made it. Here we go. Whoa, he did not make it. Get back over there. Okay. Get rid of these. Isn't this cute little wooden bowl? Because I did not know I was going to do this today, I don't have my pastel looking jelly beans. These were left over from Christmas or something. But I'll decorate the plate with a bunch of jelly beans and give it that look of Easter. This will have to do. And there you go. Have fun and enjoy Easter, this most special day of the year. God bless.